You ever notice how there's those kids that will pronounce their R's like owls?
Yeah, they're immoral. They don't deserve as much food.
Hey everybody, welcome to... in today's fish that landed on the bed there, we are playing in the jungles of Welcome. By the way, get the new moves. Now!
You can't hear it at all.
Oh. Well, I'm not going to turn up too loud. Size to... Next. Oh. Sly. Knockout the wife.
Okay. Let me readjust. I've been playing the Resident Evil 4 remake.
Actually, you've been playing the Resident Evil 4 remake. No. So, last time we beat the ever-living crap out of I don't know, out of Lizard.
Oh, I thought I could jump up to him. Never mind.
What about how there's snakes that randomly pop up out of those? Like that. Does the shoe smell good, Spartacus? Pupper?
What, buddy?
I like how you just, like,
I tried to
completely ignored the bottle there.
Well, I saw it and pressed square and tried to turn back around.
Or you saw it and you tried to press square. That's like one of the easiest treasures to get. I mean, timed ones, I guess I should say. One of the easiest timed ones.
Yeah, there's like no guards in your way.
It's kind of, I guess it's kind of like the more introduction type treasure to get.
Yeah, because were there any in the previous area?
There were a couple. If you remember that one mission we did, and you know, it said, "Oh, if you bring it back, then you can trade it in." And
yeah, but that
like,
wasn't
kiss
timed.
it, but
that one wasn't timed.
well, yeah, no, it wasn't timed, but I was just saying that. I was just saying. You know.
Burial urn. Yep, literally, I'm selling a dead person.
Yes. Yeah, you can buy that now.
Yeah, I don't plan on buying it anytime soon.
Why?
I don't normally use it.
I just buy all the moves, though, like, just to have it all.
Well, I will at some point.
Well, see, you are dumb.
I wonder where the cat is.
The cat?
Where's Kitty?
He's somewhere. Hi, Cooper. Oh, I hear him. I heard his little collar. His little collar.
I don't know how I struggle to keep track of these bottles, but I always do. So I'm not going to try to get all these.
What about the way the
explore
TV
a bit,
is
kind
and
of show
how
the area.
Sly is sort of semi-blending in with the water when he goes around it? Because like that's the thing about, like I said, that's the thing about the PS3 version is that while it messed up in some areas, it did improve in some areas as well. Like, I feel like whenever, okay, so...
The infinitely breakable statue.
Yes. I feel like the, really out of the main trio, PS2 trio of, you know, the PS2, yeah. The only one who got the PS3 version, like, with the most amount of, like, glitches and stuff, and didn't really improve all that much,
yeah,
was probably the Ratchet and Clank collection. It was still doable, but I'd say, like, okay, as I was replaying the PS2 versions of the original or the four games, the first four games of Ratchet and Clank, back when I want to call it the T-rated days. The PS3 versions, except for Deadlocked, they mainly improved. Like they improved the frame rate. They improved. They just improved things here and there. It's just that the problem is like they also had a bunch of minor stuff wrong with them. Especially the third game on the PS3. Like it has some, like whenever you're.
It wasn't so minor no more.
What do you mean?
Didn't the third one have problems?
I mean, the third one had problems in terms of.
It's still just so cute. He just has this little cane in his mouth.
Yeah, I know.
And then the camera just starts freaking out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Oh. But anyway, so yeah, there was a. Well, don't take that one back yet because you're in a mission.
No, I'm not. I haven't started it yet. Nope.
No. Oh, so you're just not even going to get that bottle down there?
No. I'll get it later.
And
I told you I didn't plan to get them all right now.
You'll forget about it. But anyway. So.
That's not my concern. I'm Mike Pence. Vote for me.
Yeah. Anyway. See, honestly, I think that in terms of the best PS3, in terms of the quality of the games,
yeah,
I want to say is the Jack games on PS3.
What do you mean?
Because they actually, like, where they improve things, they also, good job.
Whoa! There is no reason I should have survived that.
Well, if you know all the physics of the game. Watch out for nakes. But anyway, so like you got
ancestral knife.
Yes. Anyway, so like in terms of the quality of the games, the PS3 version of the Jack game, the Jack trilogy, is best because like while there are some little graphical glitches here and there, and I realize that people will point out that like. At least with the first game, whenever they, instead of having it in HD, they pretty much just zoomed in the screen to make it look widescreen. But it honestly, really, when you actually play the games, it's more one of those things where it's just like you notice it when you compare it side by side. Or if you played the PS2 version religiously and you notice it. But, of course, people on the internet like to make mountains out of molehills, so they make it sound like it's a worse problem than it actually is.
Oh yeah, well I like to make molehills out of mountains.
Well, I like to make whole planets out of anthills. I don't know. Anyway,
yeah, it's a pretty cool area here. I actually really like how this place is designed.
It's just not designed with Murray and Bentley in mind.
No.
Not that much anyway. But yeah, so you have that. And then, what was I going to say? You have, so the Jack games, in terms of the game quality, I think is best on PS3. But if you're looking for extra features...
Oh, that's so satisfying.
Yeah. But if you're looking for extra features... I think that the best one would be the Slide trilogy on PS3, because like, see, here's the thing: is like it had a lot more personality, like the menus and stuff had a lot more personality. Plus, while yes, you know, hardly anyone bought the PlayStation Move, they at least had something there. Like they had a multiplayer game for people who wanted to play. You know, we just want to have something extra outside of the trilogy. Which is, you know, it's neat. And then if you beat all the games, if you 100% all the games and stuff, you had the teaser for Sly 4, which, you know, again, at the time, that was pretty cool. It was before it had an official title, but it was pretty neat to see that.
I want to see the Sly 4 trailer redone with like a Sly that doesn't look terrible.
He didn't look terrible. It just wasn't the best.
I mean, better than that goofy movie Sly they were playing.
Oh yeah, that was.
Was like.
Well, that never happened. So.
Yeah, well, that was almost like what they were originally planning for the Sonic movie, until they got bullied into fixing it and bankrupted the studio for a while. That's still one of my favorite movie facts ever.
What, bullied the thing?
What, the fact that a movie studio got bullied into redoing all their animation for something solely because people were so mad about how it was done.
Well, see, here's the thing. If the general audience had been okay with it, they would have went through with it. They wouldn't have cared what the fans would have said. So then, like, so here from the outside, see, what they were saying was when people were complaining about it, they originally said, they had originally said something like, well, you know, we know the fans won't be, but it's okay. And then, like, when the general audience didn't like it, they were like, we're redesigning it for the fans, We're with the fans on this one, Suddenly they changed their mood and, like everything was different. It's like, yeah, the fans, 100%. But see, that's the thing. They didn't change it for the fans. They changed it, well, not mainly for the fans. They changed it because of the general audience, which was going to bring in more of their money. Don't get me wrong. As many Sonic fans as there are.
I think Kitty Cat made one in.
Well, it's not closed all the way.
Oh.
Hey, Kitty. He's just looking around. It's like without context, you just see a turret there.
Yeah, I know. No, really, there's just a turret.
Yeah. So, let's see. I mean, honestly, one of the only the character designs of that Sly movie that I truly was like, ugh.
Sylvester, you want some fish?
Yeah. the
Context, I have a Swedish fish candy.
The only designs that character design that I was just not a big fan of with that Sly movie, the way it was originally going to look, or if it had come out, was Murray.
Even Sly himself looked bad.
Well, no, he didn't look bad. It just looked different.
Sylvester, that tickles.
Yeah.
That's cute, but lay down. You're tickling my
I still want to
legs.
see a Sly movie. Just not like the one they were, Yeah. I think, honestly, though, like...
Oh, I was earlier.
Like, while I didn't think that the Ratchet and Clank movie was nearly as bad as people make it out to be, I don't think it was really necessary. The direction they took it in.
Just like Toy Story 4.
Well, okay, let me put it this way. They shouldn't have really made a game based on the Sly movie, because I feel like that time could have been spent making a new game, because technically, like, okay, yeah, it's a new game, but it was a remake of the original game, but with a lot of changes at the same time. They just had a lot of familiar locations. There's a lot of things going wrong, and I feel like something like Rift Apart could have come out a lot sooner. Of course, I guess, I don't know. I feel like they just could have had another game instead of a reboot thing, because then they have to, like, tie in.
How come they've never re-released any of the PS3 Ratchet and Clanks to where I can play them on a PS5?
Well, so you know how Sony was decided to make the PS3 extremely complicated to develop for?
Yeah.
Now I do feel like they could do something, but it would probably take too much time or money for them to do it. That's from what they want to do, I guess. I'd say if it was going to be anything like how like Sony had handled remakes or remasters back in the day, they'd probably turn out worse. We're back in like the early 2010s. Because like I said, the Sly collection and the Jack collection were pretty good on pretty good on PS3, but the Ratchet and Clank collection, while doable and fun enough.
Yeah, the Jack ones, other than a few little places, actually turned out pretty well.
Yeah. Not on PS4, though.
They ran fine on my PS4.
I mean, they ran fine for the most part, but they kept lagging. Or the frame rate was, like, going down a lot in the game. like in Jack 2 and I think 3 as well, like whenever you go into the Hip Hog Heaven or whatever, they'll eventually become the Naughty Otzel. It would like the frame rate would go down to like 10-20 frames a second. It would like lag a little bit and stuff or slow down. And I don't know what happened there, but I could tell Sony was just like, yeah, just put it out there. You know, we'll give you a weekend to work on it. Or you know, obviously it's exaggeration, but you know what I mean. I remember when they were releasing them. They released the first Jak and Daxter on PS2 on PS4, and then like I was like, okay, so over time they're gonna do them all, and then all of a sudden they just release them all the rest of them in one go, like the same day. I was like, oh. What I think they should do, I think what they should start doing, if they have the time and money and all that, is they need to work on like more of these remakes of like old PlayStation games on PS5, like kind of like how they did with Shadow of the Colossus on PS4.
Oh yeah, ground up remakes.
Yeah. They need to do stuff like that for some of these.
Or sorry, I guess that's more considered ground up remaster.
Yeah, they need to do more of those for like PS2 and PS3 games. And what I mean by that is they need to remake Jak 2 to be a more fair difficulty.
It's not that unfair, except for that one level.
It's pretty bad.
Except for the level with the turret, so you can kill 40 enemies.
It's pretty bad when you get to a certain point in the game. When you get roughly about halfway through the game, it just gets pretty bad with its difficulty. It's very unfair.
Hero mode is my favorite way to play that game.
Well, see, that's because you're brainless and you're like, and then your hands just kind of go to the beat of the game, and so that's how you're able to do it. When you actually think like a logical person. I still say Jak 3 is probably the best. I think Jak 2 had better story or better writing and stuff, but Jak 3 had better gameplay and more fair difficulty.
I don't pay any attention to what this mission is.
Well, if you click the thing, you'll see where the objective is.
Wait, what is the objective? Me? Because I didn't see me. I just saw the S for the.
You might want to turn around. Just look over. Right there.
See where I was at earlier? Couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Could have looked all around and didn't see it.
But my favorite is definitely. I guess it's generally everyone's favorite out of the main trilogy of games of the main PS2 trilogy of characters and franchises is Ratchet and Clank. Because, like, it just has the most appealing gameplay, the most addicting and appealing gameplay.
Yeah, because you blow crap up.
Yeah, you do all that, and it's just, it gets the dopamine going, and, I mean, like, not saying these games are bad at all, I'm just saying that, like, out of the three, it's just, I guess you could say Jak and Daxter and Sly Cooper, the game's overall, it's like more niche than Ratchet and Clank is. No, in comparison.
Now I won't lie, I kind of wouldn't mind Ratchet and Clank 1 redone in 2's engine.
I mean, would it work?
Wow.
So you take pictures without getting caught. So don't go out there.
That's what that button does. I forgot which one has the camera.
Oh, it's right. It's clicking one of the sticks. Ugh. The clockwork wigs.
Clockwork. What's the point of these pictures? Because they never show up in the slideshow.
They wanted to make you think they would.
Why do I need to take a picture of both wings? Also, I like how you see the wings being taken in the scene later in this level.
Yeah.
You know, like you're doing something in the background, you just kind of see them slowly going away.
Yeah, Murray grabbing them. So from what I read, whenever they talked about like Tomba and Gex and all them running on the Carbon engine or whatever, the limited run game thing.
Yeah.
Let's see, let me look it up again.
Do we have any more info on that?
Apparently, so whenever they have that stuff, are you done?
Is it?
Didn't you have to take pictures of the other characters?
Oh, did I? Oops.
Yeah.
No, I got one of Rajan.
Yeah, you need to go back in there.
Well, it's kind of hard to hear, hard to pay attention to.
Well, I can't turn it up too loud or else it's going to echo too much for everyone.
Arpeggio.
Arpeggio. There's also stuff at the top end where you could read. I'll take a minute to load. Oh. So their carburation. Oh no, carburin. Okay, so the Carbon engine is I like how you can see some of the like later villains in this, you know, or the later people.
It'd be funny if Dimitri was just there.
Yeah. Dimitri's that. Wait, how do you get out there? Alright.
As many pictures as Sly has probably snuck of Carmelita, why do you even need more?
Hell no. So you gotta take what a Deela's here too. Whenever she appears.
Look at that, black and white.
Yeah.
Flat.
Well, Neela's supposed to be there somewhere. Deela? Right. There she is. Be gone.
That's somebody's fetish.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Carbon engine is what they use to bring games from older video game platforms to personal computers, newer Xbox models, PS4, PS5, and Switch. The Carbon engine uses emulators for each supported platform with some developed internal others licensed. It supports all kinds of like. They're recently going to be doing more with PS1 and Sega CD games.
But no matter what we do in the ballroom, sooner or later we'll need to deal with Rajan's security chopper. Murray can take it out with some of the local armament, but he won't be able to get inside the palace until Sly lowers the drawbridge for him.
So this one he doesn't mention the clockwork wings like every slideshow, like he did with the tail feathers or whatever. By the way, we're gonna go ahead and get that move because we have the money. We have plenty of cash.
Okay, but if there's not enough money to buy Silent Obliteration as soon as it's available, it's your fault.
No.
Yeah.
Huh? Let's see. Silent Obliteration. Honestly, though, in this game, it doesn't seem to work as well as it does in the third game. Feels more developed in the third game. Because, like, in this one, it feels like you can still get the attention of guards, even when you use it. Yee. Okay. Ballroom part. Let's see. Lower drawbridge. Ugh. I've got to lower the drawbridge first.
I'd love to, pal, but the winch is all locked down. You know where I can find the keys?
Guards have recently taken up positions around the palace. Sneak in, pick all of their pockets, and bring the keys back to the lockdown witch.
The witch. So here's what I think: if they re-release some games that had like some of these games that have some really difficult parts or difficult overall, they need to give like modes for those games. If they like remake them and stuff, they need to like have different modes.